couple years ago, I had the opportunity to buy a bunch of World War II items for a total amount of just 160 euros. This original World War II MKII Brodie helmet was one of the items. As you can see, it was in pretty rusty condition, so I decided to clean it a bit with some oxalic acid, hoping to find some remains of paint. Most of the rust was removed, but there wasn't much to find. So I just decided to use the helmet as a display piece for a couple of years. The helmet recently caught my eye again, and I decided to give this helmet a new life. So it was time to start a restoration project. Alright, so let me show you what we have. So we have an original shell, no original paint left whatsoever. I do not see too much rust damage, which is really nice. We still have these buckles from the original chin strap that used to be here. So we have to remove these in order to place a new chin strap. You can even see it still has these little springs from the chin strap. But yeah, like I said, we have to remove them in order to place a new one. Yeah, it's gonna be a nice project, and I'm really excited to see the end result. I think we better get started right now, and what we're gonna do first is get rid of this rust, because there is still a little bit of rust, as you can see. Some spots. So yeah. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is simple. I'm just gonna see what's gonna happen if I'm gonna use some steel wool. Okay, that goes pretty fast, so seems like it's not too bad. Time to get rid of this screw, see if it's possible to turn it around. I need a different screwdriver. Okay, got a big one now. This should be okay. It fits for sure. Let's see if we can get some movement in here first. Okay, as you can see, this is actually movable, so that's good. Seems like we can actually do this with our hands. I want to keep the original screw in there. Got it out, a little bit rusty. And here we have the screw, so I think we can just, yeah, there we go. Okay, let's get this out right now. There we go. Here we have them, really important. Now let's continue our work. Already feels really smooth, but we're definitely not done yet. So let's just continue. All right, so the outside so far looks pretty good. There are some spots that I still have to take a look at, but I'm gonna start on the inside. Maybe I can still find a stamp somewhere. That would be nice. All right, so after cleaning it a little bit, I actually did find a stamp, and now because of this stamp we actually know that this is not a British helmet, but this is a Canadian produced helmet. As you can see right there, it's marked with GSW AH MKI 1942. So GSW stands for General Steelwares and Aluminum Goods of Toronto, who made helmets from 1940 till 1942. And as you can see, this one is marked 1942. And the helmet is stamped MK1, even though this helmet is an MK2. And you're probably wondering why. Well, MK1 is actually the designation that the GSW company used for the first shell version of the MK2 helmet. So it's definitely an MK2, but it's marked MK1. So that is really interesting. So GSW, General Steelwares and Aluminum Goods of Toronto, made in 1942. So that is really, really cool. I'm really happy that we found this stamp. It's right there on the front. That is really, really, really nice. And look, actually, there's not much rust damage at all. So Really happy. Okay, so like I was saying, there are some spots that need a little more work. So let's see what I can do. Oh yeah. See if I can get these things off. Should be able to just pull them out. There we go. I'm always scared of damaging things like this. Now this one. There we go. Well, seems like we did enough sanding and grinding work for now. So it's time to clean it a little bit up and see what it looks like. Okay, so this is what the helmet looks like right now. Especially the inside is really good. As you can see here near the stamp, there's no pitting. And look at the beautiful stamp right there, GSW AH MKII 1942. And what I'm gonna do with these is really simple. Get some oxalic acid. Okay, so while the oxalic acid is doing its work, I'm taking a look at this pitting, which is barely visible. Probably have to do something about this here. So let me see what I can do. All right, so I'm filling these tiny holes up like this. Okay, so here we are. All the biggest holes are filled up. And now all I have to do is use some sandpaper to make it smooth. And then we're okay. All right, so I just used sandpaper and looks like we're good. I don't feel anything, nothing, just completely smooth, absolutely perfect. And if there are some spots that I still discover, I can still do them. I still have enough time because I still have to order the paint and the chin strap and liner and stuff like that. So I'll do another checkup, but so far, looks pretty good. It's also time to take these out. That's one, and that is two. I'm gonna wash them off and see what they look like. All right, so just cleaned them, and as you can see, they look really good. They are ready for use again. So as soon as I have the liner ready, we can use the original screw again, which is something I like because I like to keep original pieces together. And as you can see right here, this is what you do. There were a couple more spots that I wanted to fill up, and you just do this, and then you can see all the holes are filled up, which is perfect. Yeah, I don't really see anything more that's concerning me right now at this point, so I'm happy so far. Really excited to do the paint and stuff like that. It's always really exciting thing to do. Okay, so the paint arrived today. I actually ordered 3 different types, because you never know. Okay, so here we have our helmet. We're gonna place it on our little table over here, and we're gonna start with the inside. All right, here we go. We don't go at all. Something isn't really right with these spray cans for some reason. I tested all 3 of them and they don't really work. I don't know what the problem is. Look, I press it all the way. It's not really working. Here we go, finally. All right, that looks pretty good. Now we're gonna let it dry and obviously spray more layers on top of this one. Okay, so as you can see, this paint dries really quick. So it looks like we can already paint another layer on top of this one. Okay, it looks pretty good. I'm gonna bring this helmet inside. Let us not forget about the screw as well. So I'm just gonna put it inside a piece of paper, and like this, I'm gonna spray it. Perfect. All right, so now, as you can see, this is pretty dry. Obviously not completely dry yet, but it's safe enough to do the outside because the inside doesn't matter really anyway, because we're gonna place it on the rim all the time and we're gonna use it, so it's gonna look worn anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna place it here because I still want to be able to grab it after I painted it, but it's time to spray the outside right now. It's really windy today for some reason. What is wrong with these spray cans? It's just throwing random drops on the helmet. I don't want that to happen. There we go. Now let's bring it inside before a leaf decides to land on top of it. Okay, so this is the result so far. Still a little bit sticky, but it's good enough for me to do another coat of paint on the outside. All right, here we go. No, we don't. Yeah, we do. No, we don't. Okay, here we go. What the hell is wrong with these things? Okay, I don't know what's wrong with these spray cans. They're stuck all the time. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with these things, but for some reason, they're constantly, even if you shake like a long time, it's not spraying. Come on now. Come on, see, look at this. Nothing is happening. Oh, Jesus. This is really annoying. Ah, look at this. What the heck? It's just throwing drops of paint on the helmet. Perfect way to ruin your project. Look at this, what the heck? I'm doing everything the instructions say. You have to shake for 2 minutes. Well, I've been shaking for over 2 minutes and it's still just not working at all. I don't know what's wrong with these things. This is kind of annoying. Oh, come on. Ha! I'm starting to lose my patience right now. Finally, I think. Yeah. Come on. Okay, perfect. Whoa. Bring it inside before we have more leaves like that trying to ruin my project. Alright, so this is what the helmet looks like right now. Again, it's sort of dry, not completely still. It's getting dark soon, so we are definitely not able to finish this paint job today. But there's one more thing that I want to do, and that is put another coat of paint on it, which is actually brown, because a little bit later in the war, they actually started painting these helmets brown. And I wanted to have this color, this green, as a color underneath, and I actually want this to be like a helmet that got like repainted during the war, which is pretty cool, I think. And I'm gonna give it texture on the outside, so it's gonna be like a little later war helmet. I cannot wait to see the results. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna paint it and I'm gonna texture it. Yep, that is a beautiful color. And I just realized I forgot my mask. Okay, so like I said already, I'm gonna use texture. I'm gonna use my own method. I want to make a very fine texture. Something you often see with these helmets. First I spray it, then I blow the powder on it, and I spray it again. That way you get this very nice fine texture on it. Go. So that's going to be more than enough right there. There we go. Here you can see it close up. This is what the texture looks like right now at this point. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring this helmet inside to protect it against the dangers from outside, like flies, bird poop, leaves, and stuff like that. So I'm going to bring it inside right now, let it dry, and we're going to finish the rest tomorrow. Okay, here we are the next day, and this is what the helmet looks like right now. Obviously, colors always look different on video and pictures than they do in real life. But I like the color, it looks really nice. It's dark brown. Here you go. You can see the texture, which is really, really nice. And of course, the inside is still green. So we're gonna spray this one today. This is it. Time to let it dry once again. All right, so it's been drying for a bit. Still not completely dry, but as you can see, I can touch it, so that's fine. I think I'm gonna just spray a little bit more on the outside, just some spots, just to be sure, to protect the texture it has. But that's all. And if you're wondering why it still has these dents over here, I'm someone who just likes to keep these things because this most likely happened in the war. I think actually maybe it was a big dent and they hammered it out or something, but I like to keep it there because I'm gonna use this helmet, and once it has scratches and stuff all over it again, it's gonna look nice and worn. So that's exactly what I want. Now we're gonna let it dry so we can install the chin strap. Too bad the liner is not here yet. We have to be patient. I hate to be patient sometimes, but yeah. All right, so for me, this helmet is dry enough right now. I'm gonna install the chin strap, which I have right here. Nice replica of a chin strap. This is what we saw earlier with the buckle that we removed. You can see the springs right there. It's not so easy to get it between it, so I'm just gonna use my key. Okay, so it seems like we had to bend it a little bit, otherwise it will never fit. Seems like the buckle of this replica chin strap is a little bit thicker. That's why it's hard to put it in place. But I think we're getting close right now. Seems like we really have to bend it a little bit in order to get it in place here. Finally, I finally got it in place. Okay, now I have to hammer on this a little bit later. There we go. All right. I assume we're gonna have the same problem here, that it's not gonna fit. Yeah, that's just never gonna fit. All right, so just get a screwdriver. Seems like the best tool we can use right now at this point. It should fit right now. It's kinda annoying. There we go. Finally. So normally it would go really smooth, but because the buckles are a little thicker, it was kind of hard to install the chin strap, but we're okay now, we're good. Here we go, chin strap installed. I cannot wait to install the liner. Alright, so here we have our helmet. Here we have the original screw for the liner, and right here we have the liner. So finally got the liner today, all the way from the USA, and I cannot wait to put it in place. So that's exactly what we're gonna do right now. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this screw because we're not gonna use the replica screw, we're actually gonna use the original one. We take this one off, there you go. Now we're gonna place the original screw back in place. Now we can see the screw is actually right there. So all we have to do is just put this in place through this hole and this piece of rubber over here. There we go. And let me get this. You want this to be nice and tight. You don't want it to move around while you're wearing the helmet. There's not a lot of space to work here, so it's kind of hard. It seems like we got it now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hold that part, and while I'm holding the, there was a wasp. While I'm holding the bolt on the other side, I'm actually screwing it on like this. Make it nice and tight, not too tight. This is gonna be enough. There we go. So now the helmet officially has a liner again. Look at that. There's no movement. That is perfect. fighter jets. Huh. I might actually have to wear this one right now. Okay, so I am extremely happy with the end result. Really nice color. I like the chin strap. I like the texture. This helmet is now officially ready for combat use, and this is exactly what they looked like back in the day when they were still in mint condition. I really like the color, the brownish olive drab color. I like the liner, and you can still definitely see the stamp right here. GSWAH MK1 1942. And again, of course, it's an MK2 helmet, but it's marked with MK1. Really interesting Canadian World War II helmet, and now again refurbished, and it looks really nice. Thank you all for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did like the video, please leave a like and a comment. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and subscribe if you want to see more videos. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.